Welcome! E aí, galera, beleza? Bem-vindo à nossa comunidade.
Welcome to our community.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's OGC here. Welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be pretty cool. We're going to look at my full account and what I've progressed to now. We also have a community challenge and so many other cool things. So first and foremost, if you guys want to join the OGC community chat, it's a chat in-game where there's so much good information. The only rules are just treat people with respect and no server drama. That's pretty much it. Feel free to send me a friend request. The account info that you want to send the friend request to is up above. So for the community challenge, this is what we'll do. In the comment section of this video, ask any question you want. It can be game related, it can be literally anything you want to know. And what I'll do is later on this week, I will try my best to actually answer the questions. I might not be able to do it perfectly, but I'll try my best. So with that, guys, let's jump in, and today we're going to go over my account and where it's progressed to. I try and do these every month to 2 months, and it's been a long time since I've actually done this. So for right now, I have 200 million honor. My core power is 4.3 million, close to 4.4. And for the dual towers, I'm actually the highest that I've ever been, and my goal is to get 4,100 points before the end of the season, which is coming up rapidly. So let's jump into the actual account and see all the goodies. So first thing that we'll do is we will actually start off with, let's look at the chakra for all the troops. So I have chakra 18 for the skeletons. Right now everything is set up so that I can actually do skeleton related things on this account. It is what it is. It was rockin'. I was trying to do like swords and archers for rockin', and I did not like it. So again, 18 chakra for the warlocks. They do have 19 for the bonus attack. Scorpions are non-existent, guys. This is all subject to change because at any point in time I can reset my chakra. Although to be honest, I'm enjoying the skeletons. We have mummies that they're at least awakened, and along with the spiders. So that's pretty much it for the major troops. As far as my army and what I'm actually rolling with, I have a bunch of level 16s for right now. I have 240 of these guys, and the reason why I have 240 is so that I can farm walls, and I think right now I'm doing like 10 or 11 million damage for the walls. Gets me a lot of honor. I think right now for an empty wall, I'm getting, without any buffs, about 140 million, I'm sorry, I wish, 140,000 honor per attack against like a full wall if I can actually hit the wall the whole time, which is really cool. I also have a bunch of soccers. I'm going to hold on to those guys for Clash and also dual towers. There's way more than I actually need because I only run 3 packs in my formation, but it's nice to have some extras. I have 2 turtles. The turtles are there mostly just for the just for farming the walls. That's really all that they're there for, and a mana worm, of course, for farming the walls as well. So I guess the next big thing that we'll look at is the dragon. So when it comes to the dragon, my Dragonic, I have Destruction and Infliction both at 109. I'm starting to work on Protection right now. I'm excited to keep working on Protection. I wish I could get it maxed out fast enough, but I can't. And for the damage dragons, I really feel like they just need the Destruction and Affliction. Those are the 2 biggest. Once you get both of those maxed out, I saw a giant increase in my dragon's potential. It will be nice to get Protection up because then my dragon will be able to live a lot longer. But for right now, I'll take it. I'm slowly grinding away at this. When we look at the actual dragon, this is a ridiculously strong Onyx dragon. In my opinion, it's perfect. I guess you could swap out Fatal Blows for Cosmic Storm. I think it's all preference-wise, but I'm getting like 100 million damage in PvP from my dragon. So I really like the energy pulses coming out from it. It's just ridiculous. So that's the dragon. Unfortunately, that's the only dragon I have that can actually like participate in the game. I have a ruby dragon that's just there for humanoid for some event, and I have my research dragon, which has the four blessed purples, and it has 2 of the yellows just for the research, and sadly no predation. So that's about it for my dragons. I do have so this one. I do have this dragon, which I will be using for whenever I go for Void 160, because it has True Shot and Call of the Wild. I think those two will help out the most for 160 for whenever I get around to wanting to try that and mess around with all the equipments. I guess tempo is probably the other thing that people ask a lot about. So right now, the whole temple is at +6 at a minimum. We definitely got some +7s. So right now, I am working on trying to finish out the Storm Deity, mostly because I just have extra stuff. The buffs for +7 is nothing huge. It's only 300 more gold cap. But it's just I have a lot of resolve and glance, and it's a super easy one. If your whole temple is +6 and you're going up to +7, it's a super one to accomplish. I'm sure you guys are familiar with this at other levels. Say you're at all +3, there's going to be one that you can easily get to +4, although it's not like the perfect one. Then we have the forest one at +6. This is pretty big. It helps with the spiders, but I don't use spiders. We have the floors at +6. I think once this gets up, it helps out with the mechs. We also have Herald of Life. This is cool. That helps with the swordsman. And okay, we have the war one. This one's at +6. Steam engines. Then we have the Herald of Death, which is I did switch to this because it gives 15% more damage to the warlocks. I mean it's noticeable. It's nothing huge, but 15% more attack and HP. I think the HP is just as important for compared to the attack for the ranged troops. So this is a pretty cool one. I'm happy with it. Then we have this one at +6 because it increases stats and stuff specifically for the dragon. We also have another one at +6 just because why not? And then we have another temple at +7. So this one's at +7 because it will increase the magic of the dragons by 20. Tane recommended this one. I took his advice because he's a very smart person. And then finally, we have the last one. This is where I'm kind of like just dumping everything into, just because why not? So eventually, I'll get this one on its way up, and yeah. So that's the temple. It's nothing too crazy. I'm very much happy with it. And what else can I show you guys that you guys will like? I guess I can just show you my straight up power stuff. Chakras at 647 is really nothing special. My chakra is low. Temple power, it's good. I'll take it. I'll break 1100 K pretty soon. Research is all right. It could be better. The building power is maxed out. Dragonic power, again, I'm working on it. The dragon power itself is good. Garrison, the garrison and the troop power really don't matter too much as long as everything that you need is there. And for hero power, my hero power is okay. So let's go jump in and check out the research real quick. Then I'll show you my heroes and I'll let you guys go. So for the army, I am fully maxed out with everything except for the spiders. I have exactly 1 week and I will have all the troop stuff fully maxed out as far as research. It's pretty crazy. I remember starting the game thinking that I'd only have 2 fully maxed out as far as troops. And if you guys have been watching me for a while, I always highly recommend 1 melee and 1 range to really focus on long term. And to see all of this now get maxed out, I've been playing this for too long now. For the hero research, I'm not going to go through the whole thing. It's not bad. You can really see where my priorities are. Priorities are definitely with the gladiators and paladins. If you guys watch my PvPs, I definitely depend on the heroes drastically. My heroes are really important to me. And it's probably the strongest portion of my actual fighting. So I need to make sure that the tanky heroes can actually tank. So like recently, I got tier 13 maxed out. which is really good. I'll work on 14 pretty soon because I want to, but not yet. I'm working on something else in the meantime. The Sage in general, it's not maxed out yet, but again, I have like the tier 13 maxed out just because I do value the tier 13s, at least for those two, quite a bit. But anyways, yeah, so that's the hero research. And speaking of heroes, we can actually go check out some of the heroes. So have a standard Rufio with Leo's Pride. Avril, she has the Codex. More often than not, I run her like this because it's usually Siege that I use Avril in. Um, the Fire Mage, again, just the Fire Mage. Avalon. So because I'm going as Lich, I do have the totem on him. I need to move the totem around so I can get under more warlocks rather than just heroes. But he's there mostly to be tanky in my formation, and really a lot of the gears for the heroes are going to be specific to your type of formations. My Avalon actually runs forwards. He doesn't hang back. There's no reason for him to hang back. I'm playing Lich. I don't need Avalon alive. So he'll run forwards, and so I throw on the Tectonic Axe. Why not? Pretty standard Elena. She's got a little bit of extra command. Vega's just Vega. So Lunella is a pretty big one for me. She's off to the side. She's on my Saul side, and because of that, so she's got the Scarab's amulet, and she also has the Valkyrie's banner, which I'm about I don't know, maybe a week away from having this at 5 stars. I already have enough stuff to bring it to 4.5 stars. I'm just waiting until 5 because, you know, if we get a new artifact thrown at us, maybe it would be super good. And then for her Prism, I have the Dragon Mage set one. It's actually the Prism of the Blessed, but I call it the Dragon Mage set because it has pretty much the same effect. So anyways, it's really good to have her alive. My Varian is just a tanky Varian. I name him that way. He's usually by the dragon, and because of that, I have the Origin Stone on him. Gan is just Gan. Again, he has the Scarab's Amulet because of where he's placed in the battlefield. And I always include Gan because he gives so much additional health to the dragon. Tyranids is just Tyranids. Don't really pay much attention to her. So my Gazul, I do have the lifesteal stuff on him just because of the placement. I have the 2-star Solanchus, just so he stays alive. Cleo, I barely use. Raxius, I more often than not, guys, he's got this type set up on him, and I'm using him for wall-related stuff. But I think I will need to start using him for PvP, but I'm just not ready for it yet. We have Rose, who I haven't been using lately. And then finally we have Ophidius. So Ophidius, she has a 3-star codex on her, which helps out tremendously. And also I have the Prism of the Devout, which will increase her damage to enemy heroes and reduce damage from the enemy heroes to her. I don't know if it works with the snakes and everything, or if it protects her from the snakes, but I'm trying it out. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But it's worth a shot. And then I have Gafgar, because Gafgar is needed for my tankiness. Nora, I wish I had the True Ruby for her. Someday I will. When I do get the True Ruby, I'll stack her up with some cool stuff. Pretty standard Jax. Right now I do have the Clash of Fate set on him because my Nora, again, I'm missing the True Ruby. Grims, I really don't use him for PvP. So Mako set up for damage. I do have Mako out there. He is probably the one I would substitute for Raxius because that is similar to what Taint was using. Because the skeleton of my formation is based off of what Taint helped me with, and then I've had a couple weeks to really play around with it, and I'm at a point now where I really like it. Yip is just set up for a standard human Yip. I don't use Yip anymore. I probably need to get a new. Actually, that's not bad stat wise, but I need to replace some gears on him. Talk's huge. Talk is always to be used in every formation, so I have mine. He's pretty good. We also have Bane. So Bane is massively tanky for me. 263 stamina, but also with the Hellguard and everything else, he is a beast, just straight up. We have Denji. So Denji is all about that damage reduction, put out some damage. He's my Denji. I'm very happy with my Denji. I have no complaints. Then we have Balrog. So, oh god, I love Balrog. So he's got the mane on him. He's got the Snake Thorn armor with the Teutonic Axe. I think it's an amazing combination, especially with the tier 13 research and everything. Between all of that, his evade is going to be really good. And then we also have the Prism of the Curse, which gives him a ton of health, and it also every time he takes damage, he makes the enemies do reduce damage. So I do have Balrog on the front line, which makes him very susceptible to dying before he gets all the totem things up. So because of that, I really want him to live as long as possible. He's got plenty of health. He's got like 2.1 million HP, so he's a pretty tanky dude. Sprig, I don't use Sprig anymore, unfortunately. So he's just there for stats. I have Fenris. So Fenris is located surrounded by a bunch of warlocks. So he does have the Divine Trial ring on him. I do have the Ring of Ragnir, and I did for whatever reason I put my Flawless Excalibur on him. I don't know how much of a difference it makes, but he's not dying super fast, so I'm happy with it. We have Bazris. Bazris is set up just to destroy stuff. It is pretty cool. And then we have Flores. I'll use her in all of my formations. Right now, she's all about the defensive stuff to keep my Ophidius up. But she's set up with an additional tag ability for me, and she has the Dragon Sage set. So I'm missing about 18 flawless items to actually get the stat stuff that I want. But right now, I have about 3,000 might, 3,100 stamina, and I'm working on boosting up the magic. The magic I'd like to get to be 3,000, and then I'll be happy with everything. So that's everything for the heroes. As far as like the Garrison, the Garrison is pretty basic. If you guys want the grid, it's hard to fit a bunch of stuff out there, but really I just have a lot of stalkers, and the reason for that is I just need to stall. That's really all. My warlocks will do all the damage that's needed along with the dragon. So I have the Gazul out there. Gazul has the Susar Salanches so that the troops will get resurrected and everything. And I also have Lunella, who has the Valkyrie's banner and the Dragon Mage set. So as long as she's alive, everything is going to be good. And I do have one pack level 16s out there just because I have so many 16s I got from the latest Resurrection event. Like, I have hundreds of them. So I figure if there's one pack out there, that's good enough. And then for the PvP formation, the main one that I'm using, I have a couple, but for the main one that I'm using that I really like, I'll go with this. It's based off of the skeleton that Tane sent me, but for what it is right now, the bottom side, it's a hero side push, but the thing with it is I don't have a turtle, so my heroes really have to carry it. Anyways, I love the formation and how it works so far. You can see, remember how I showed you on Gazul with the lifesteal stuff, Fenris with the Divine Trial Ring, Lunella with the Mantra Beads. So all the heroes are kind of set up to have those major benefits. Anyways, I really like it. It's working out very well for me so far. Of course, every time that you have formation, it's really good to have the inverse of it. But yeah, I'm very, very happy with it. I'm glad that I had the level 16. So that is the OGC account. If you guys were curious, now you know we have a slightly more updated one for you. So as always, guys, please take a moment to like, share, subscribe. Again, community challenge. Ask a question in the comment section below. I'll answer it and put you in the video. Until next time, guys, take care. Have a wonderful day. Check out the links in the description. There's some awesome stuff. And thank you to the Patreons out there. Have a good day, guys.